attending an open formal court proceeding via Zoom and or in person, which means that you should not be driving, you should not be having your lunch, Mr. Sani. Switch off your video and remove your food. Thank you. And then come back when you're ready. Manu Sani. As I was saying, please be sure that you are not driving, that you are appropriately dressed, not walking around. If you're a defendant, please remember also that you have a right to remain silent about the circumstances of your case. Anything that you choose to share with us in open court, whether via Zoom or in the courtroom, your statements can and will be used against you. You have a right to an attorney. If you're appearing today and you do not have an attorney, we do have counsel who are present in the courtroom, Mr. Larry Korn. I am not sure if we have PD available on Zoom to see if you can interview with them.
We do, Judge. I'm here today. So
okay, great. All right. I'm going to be doing a roll call to see who's present and get the status of your case. If there are private attorneys on Zoom or in court, we'll address those shortly. For the Orca A status calendar for 1:30 p.m., Anthony Caldwell, I understand the Public Defender's Office is representing.
that is my case, Judge. And just as the last court date we were here, Mr. Caldwell is still incarcerated in the DeKalb County jail. I do remember on the last court date, I did turn in a proof of incarceration, Judge, and it did not have a release date. It is for terroristic threats, I believe.
All right, we're going to reset it to May 4th, 9 a.m. Hopefully he'll be released.
Thank you, Judge.
And then please make sure you keep in touch with him. Let him know he has this court date. Certainly don't want to issue a bench warrant and he does a complete turnaround back to a jail. So this case is reset for another show cause calendar, and this will be at 9 a.m. And this will be pending his release from DeKalb County Jail. Position 2, Mr. Rosenblum appeared in the morning and the case is reset to May 4th, 2023 status calendar. Position 3, I have Lydia Kita. Mr. Korn.
Yes, Your Honor, that's my case. I believe she's online.
She present here? There she is. Excellent. Okay.
We've been attempting to obtain an evaluation that was completed in 2021. We so far we've had a real difficult doing that. I'd like to one more week to get that.
You're trying to get an MH evaluation?
Oh no, she's been evaluated. It was done in 2021 when this case first on my calendar. And I'm trying to get her copy. That's all. And it'll dictate which direction we're going.
If Mr. Korn could speak a little bit into the mic, you couldn't hear everything.
Can you repeat what you just said for Ms. Githia?
There we go. It's on now.
All right. Could you repeat what you just said for Ms. Githia?
Can you hear me now? Does
Yes,
anybody
yes,
can't?
So you want another reset for what purpose?
An evaluation was completed on Mrs. Kada back in 2021, June 2021, at the rehab center on Boulevard, and she we've been having difficulty obtaining a copy of that evaluation for I don't know why that they're just stonewalling us kind of. And I'd like to get a hold of that. I think it's going to dictate the direction we go in this case.
Have you reached out to Mr. Derek Howard to see if perchance they had sent it to him instead?
Was he when an attorney on this case?
The evaluation was in April 29, 2021. The order for the evaluation. If a lot of these evaluations get redirected to him, since he does a lot of MH cases, competency matters.
Derek Howard.
Right.
I have not, but I will do so.
Okay. A waiver of arraignment has been filed in this case. This case is going to be reset for a trial.
That's fine.
We're going to issue a case management order today. And if you get the paperwork in time, then we will address it as a motion in limine. Otherwise, please be prepared for trial in this case.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Keita, the next time you come back to court, it will be for trial. All right. Your attorney is Mr. Korn. Please make sure that if you change your address or contact information, that you let the court know.
Oh, yeah, she's in great contact, Judge. I have no
Thank
issues
you.
there.
You're free to go, Ms. Keita. Thank you. All right, I'm going to be addressing the Orca B status conference calendar. Do I have any private attorneys in the courtroom?
Yes, Brandon Thomas for Naya Richardson.
Richardson? All right, that's position 16. And Ms. Richardson is present.
Yes, she's here.
All right, good. And Mr. Thomas, what would your client like to do today?
Well, Your Honor, I just filed my notice of appearance last week as well as a request for discovery, so I don't have any discovery.
You're never going to get discovery because you just filed it last week. Discovery, I'm hoping it's already been filed with the court. If you entered an appearance at this late date, when this case was accused back in 2019, yeah. That's why you will not get any discovery. Who's the prosecutor in this case?
That is me, Your Honor, Sarita Githia.
All right.
I'm just double checking to see, it should be already in there.
Well,
You need to come all the way around, Mr. Thomas, because the prosecutor is not going to be able to come in, not through those doors, all the way around to the microphone there.
I'm sorry, you said the prosecutor is who?
Sarita Githia.
I got you.
All right.
This
This
discovery was,
case,
oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
go ahead.
Discovery was filed in May 11th, 2020.
So,
you-
Your Honor, Miss Richardson had a previous attorney who I believe would have gotten the discovery. I reached out to him to try to get the discovery for him. I've not been able to reach him. So my next step is I'm gonna try to get it from the prosecutor again, but I'm just letting the court know that I'm new to the case. I just filed my appearance last week.
Understood.
So hoping to get familiar with the case and then.
She's going to be arraigned today and scheduled for trial. Unless you'd like to hear a plea offer right now.
I haven't even seen the police report.
That's between you and your client and bringing you in at this late stage. She already has
Honestly-
counsel at all times.
I understand, but at this time, as her attorney, I don't feel like I'm competently able to advise her about anything because I don't know anything about the case. I haven't even seen a police report.
I understand, Mr. Counsel, and I understand also this case has been around for a significant period of time. And we had the accusation was filed in July of 2019. Discovery was served in May of 2020. There was prior counsel. If she decides to change counsel at this late stage, I need to let your client know that she's going to be arraigned. And if she's filing a not guilty, if she's entering a not guilty plea, the case will be scheduled for trial at this stage. Now, between now and the trial date, we are going to have a case management order issued. And if you get a plea offer or in your discussion with Ms. Githia that your client decides to accept a plea, I can take that when the case is called for trial.
Do you know when the trial calendar will be?
No idea.
Okay.
We're right now scheduling for for June. So it may be July, maybe August.
Okay.
Right.
Well, hopefully that's enough time. We're prepared to go forward with the arraignment today.
All
That's
right.
fine.
Would you like to file a waiver arraignment or would you like me to arraign your client?
I mean, we'll wait formal reading.
Okay, if your client please come up next to you.
That's what you're saying. Or if you have an arraignment, if you have a waiver form, or you wanted me to file it?
Yeah. I normally arraign, if you want to waive a reading of the
We can
accusation.
we can do,
Okay.
we can arraign her and then, we'll waive formal reading.
Okay. Ms. Naya Anderson, this case is 19 CR 005931F, in which Ms. Richardson was accused of battery causing substantial physical harm and simple battery. The two incident dates are June 14th, 2019 and July 15th, 2019. Ms. Richardson, you've been advised of your right to remain silent, and your attorney is now Mr. Brandon Thomas. You are charged with criminal misdemeanor offenses to which you are legally presumed innocent until the case goes to trial upon your entry of a not guilty plea. At the time of the trial, the prosecutor has the complete burden to prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. If the state prevails and you are convicted of one or more of these charges, you could be sentenced up to a year in prison and or up to $1,000 fine for each convicted offense. Given this information, how do you plead?
Not guilty. Not guilty.
You need to repeat.
Not guilty.
Okay. You have been arraigned. And Ms. Githia, do you by any chance have a plea offer today?
Yes, Your Honor.
What's the offer?
It's going to be for the battery substantial physical harm will be amended to battery. And for both of the charges, it will be 12 months to serve, 4 days, credit for time served, 4 days, balance probated, 8 anger management classes, 40 hours of community service, and no further violent contact with the victim, Jada Stewart.
All right. This case is going to be, it's been arraigned. It's going to be scheduled for a jury trial. We'll issue a case management order today. And Ms. Githia, you might want to reach out to her or check with Odyssey because we do have discovery that was filed back in 21.
It's filed on the Odyssey.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yes. So all discovery now is e-filed and served.
But I don't have a way to download it from Odyssey.
give me your email address, I'll send it to you.
Okay, thank you. Can you repeat the offer? I don't think I got all of that.
12 months to serve 4 days, credit for time served 4 days, balance probated, 8 anger management classes, 40 hours of community service, no further violent contact with Jada Stewart.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Thomas?
No, that's all. Thank you.
All right. Please be sure to maintain current contact information of your client with the court.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Are there any other private attorneys in the courtroom?
Write your email
Yeah.
address.
I'm just going to go with the first attorney name I see, Alex Merritt. Mr. Merritt, good afternoon. Who's your client?
Good afternoon, Judge. My client is Hassani Henry. He is on the Zoom here, Your Honor.
Repeat the name again.
Hassani, H-S-A-N-N-I, last name Henry.
Hassani. Okay, so I got
Position
it.
Number
3.
3 on the calendar.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Check that's on here.
And Mr. Hassani is cited with 7 traffic-related matters, including DUI
My email.
from a December 27, 2018 incident. This case was scheduled on a status calendar back on October 12, and now it's rescheduled. Mr. Merritt, how are we proceeding with your case?
Your Honor, a while back, I filed a waiver of arraignment. I've been speaking with the prosecutor, Ms. Githia. She told me a couple days ago or yesterday, there's a video that we have not received. I have all the other discovery. My understanding from Ms. Githia is that this isn't a physical file that she needs to go get to make it available to me, that it's not filed somewhere that I have access to at the moment. So I'm just waiting on that, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor, and we had to actually re-request it from the College Park Police Department, so it's going to take a little time to get that video.
What is the state's position on the discoverability of this video?
Everything except that video, Your Honor, and we're just checking to see if there actually is that video and we can get it.
Is the state required to produce the video at this juncture?
No, Your Honor, 10 days prior to trial is when the state would be required to provide the video.
Okay. Mr. Merritt, is your client ready to go to trial?
He is at this point ready to enter a not guilty plea, if that's what you're asking, Judge. We're not.
No, I understand that you've already filed a waiver arraignment. Is that correct?
That is correct. Your Honor, no, I would announce not ready until I've seen this video, Your Honor.
They're not going to give you the video until 10 days before the trial.
Okay, perhaps I don't understand the question then, Your Honor. I apologize.
No, it's not a question. I've already asked the questions I need to. This
Okay.
case is going to be scheduled for a full trial. A case management order will issue 10 days before the trial date that you're on the trial calendar. The state's required to provide the video to the defense prior to the calendar call for trial.
Understood, Judge. Thank you.
All right. And Ms. Githia, please be the states on notice that they have to be prepared to go to trial as well for this case. Anything else, Mr. Merritt?
Will we receive that notice today, or will that come at a later date for the trial, the date?
The notice will be sent as soon as it's put on the trial calendar.
Understood. No more questions, Judge. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, no problem. Mr. Merritt, you're free to go.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. All right, Mr. Henry, you are free to go. You can confer with your client.
Thank
Attorney, Ms. Elwenger, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I represent Desmond Raffington, and he is present on the call.
All right. This is position 14. Mr. Raffington's been cited with 2 misdemeanor offenses, including DUI. This is from February of 2019. This case was previously scheduled on May 24th, 2021, then December 30th, 2022. How are we proceeding today?
Thank you, Your Honor. I did receive a plea offer this week. I told Ms. Githia I hadn't received discovery, and she told me it was available on the portal. It won't download, and Ms. Githia did reach out to the clerk's office to see if they could assist in getting that to me. So at this time, we would announce, if the court wants to put it on a trial calendar, that is fine. I am certain the state will get me discovery 10 days prior to trial.
All right, and has your client been arraigned? I just need to see.
We have waived arraignment, Your Honor.
All right. Was that back on May 26th?
May 26th of
May
2020.
19. Okay, sounds good. All right, Desmond Raffington's case is going to be scheduled for trial. A case management order to issue. And both sides are expected to be ready for trial. When and how you get your discovery is entirely between the both of you. So please tango quickly and be ready for trial.
Thank you,
Thank
Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Head, William Head. Is it still William or still going by Bubba?
You can call me either one, Judge. Just don't call me hungry. I'm okay.
All right. And who do you represent, sir?
I represent Mr. Sani, who is in the screen just to the right of you on my picture here.
All right. Okay, this is position 18, Mr. Manmohan Sani, accused of failure to maintain lane and DUI from July 2019. This case was scheduled for a plea back on June 22nd and August 25th of 2021. And how are we proceeding today, Mr. Head?
Well, Your Honor, on September the 7th of 2021, once we received a discovery, we filed a motion for discharge and acquittal that has to be heard. And that has been filed since that time. And we have not gotten a hearing. We've not received any notice of a hearing. So we need to have that heard. This has to do with a constitutional speedy trial demand. And so that could be dispositive of the case. In the event it wasn't dispositive, we would have a motion in limine to exclude the blood test. But this motion, I believe, since this case goes back to 2019, should be ripe and it should be ready to be heard. And my client will be testifying at that hearing. I'll be testifying at that hearing. So then we just need a hearing date in front of the judge.
All right, this case is going to be scheduled for a jury trial. A case management order shall issue. You waived a jury trial. Did you file a waiver of arraignment?
No, I asked for a jury trial, both in, I filed the arraignment was waived back in 2021, I think, but that's when we
Okay.
filed this motion before that arraignment.
All right, I just want, is it just buried in that motion for discharge and acquittal, or
No, that is it. That is it.
I don't see all right, go ahead and file your waiver of arraignment, Mr. Head. I don't see one. And this case is scheduled for trial. It's going to be set for a jury trial. In the pending a jury trial and where a case management order will issue, we are going to also schedule this case on our motions calendar, which is going to be June 15 at 9 a.m. The state's on notice to subpoena whoever they need to subpoena, and the defense is on notice that they need to bring any witnesses or evidence that they seek.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you. And I will file that electronically because I'm pretty sure I did it, but I will either send that into the court's clerk or I'll file a new one, but it should be there, I thought. But if not, we will make sure it gets there. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Head. We will see you on June 15. Please take note also, you will get a trial date, which may be removed depending on the outcome of the motions.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you, sir. You're free to
All
go.
right. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Miss Erin Donalik.
Good afternoon, Judge. I'm here for Andre Webb.
Okay. And this is position 21. And is Mr. Webb around?
He should be on the call, Your Honor.
Andre Webb. This would be a good time to say hello.
I just spoke with him.
Okay,
Judge, I can give him a call.
I'll give him a call and make sure he's on the Zoom.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
Mr. Jason Carnell, sir, are you counsel? You have Joshua Turner? Is
Yeah,
that
that's
right?
correct, Judge.
Okay, and I see a Joshua with a 13 Pro Max.
Yeah, that's him. That's him, Judge.
Okay, thank you. And let me see. All right, so this is good. This is the fourth court date for your case, and how are we proceeding?
Well, Judge, I guess we'll announce that we're ready, but I would like to, I've been trying to get in touch with the solicitor assigned to the case, and I think I've got the wrong person. I think the case has been reassigned. I've been bugging Mr. Lance Patrick repeatedly and in vain. So if the solicitor assigned to the case could maybe email me or put in the chat their contact information so I can reach out and pre-try the case. But otherwise, Judge, I guess we'll go ahead and we'll announce ready.
Well, I'll give you an opportunity to pre-try the case. Is that Miss Githia or Miss Riley? Who's the?
Sarita Githia, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Carnell, I'm going to have you speak to Miss Githia in a breakout, and that's going to be very shortly on position number 20. You all can exchange information. I do see that discovery was e-filed back on October 11th, 2021. And I'm not sure if there was additional discovery submitted. The only thing I see is November 11, 2021. So you may want to see why you haven't received it since then. Okay, so position 20 is on hold, pending a discussion with Ms. Githia. Mr. Jarsnik, good afternoon. Who do you represent, sir?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I represent Veneer Paz, P-A-Z. He's on the call. We have a negotiated guilty plea for the court's consideration this afternoon. I've emailed the paperwork to Ms. Githia and to Ms. Smith.
All right. Can you give me a few moments and I'll take up your plea as soon as I got through the status, okay?
Sure. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Crail Lewis, I thought I saw you somewhere. There you are. Okay.
Good afternoon, Judge.
All right, so good afternoon. Welcome back. Who do you have?
I have Tamir Johnson, Judge.
All right, now I hope you're not butchering that name.
Yeah, I probably am. Tamair, last name Johnson.
Position 5.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Thank you, deep voiced person.
It's Mr. Glanville, Evan Glanville.
Hey, how are you, sir?
Good, how about you?
Good, good.
Careful, Evan. They're going to start calling you deep voice from now. So, all
I'm
right.
liking it.
All right, Mr. Lewis, you represent Tamir Johnson. Is Mr.
Yes.
Johnson present on
Mi-
the,
Ms. Johnson is present on your Zoom, Judge.
Ms. Johnson, excuse me. All right, and I'm trying to see. Is
Tamir, something so she can see you.
Yes, I'm right here.
all right, you need your video on, please.
Sorry.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Tamir Johnson is represented by Mr. Crail Lewis. She was accused of battery back in May of 2020. She set 2 calendar dates with Judge Dixon, 1 with Judge Richardson, and now with me. How are we proceeding, Mr. Lewis?
So, Judge, ASG Githier and I spoke prior to this calendar today. I have received an offer and I do have the discovery in this. This is a 3 co-defendant case. Our independent witness that was involved in this case, Judge, was killed by a City of College Park wrong driver on March 19th of this year. That is a matter that is presently in the solicitor's office there in Fulton County. I have shared with Ms. Githier the conversation notes that I had from my contact with that independent witness whose first name is Dalyn, Dalynn, George, in case the court wants to see the AJC article that's up on the web regarding that automobile collision. And so following our conversation, Ms. Githier and I decided that we need to talk a little bit more about this case and the factors, especially given that there are 3 defendants and the statements that I took in my notes. So, Judge, with that being said, I'm going to ask the court if it would put it on the 5-4 calendar. And we're either on that day going to be headed to something. We don't know if we headed to motions, we headed to trial, or we headed to plea.
I'm going to put you on a breakout schedule this afternoon. So if you please hold, Ms. Githier will speak to you.
We've already had that, Judge, just before your call. She and I were.
And if I'm resetting the case, what more is there to discuss?
I think she has to do some investigation, Judge, because there are 3 defendants in this case. There's not just one. I don't think I'm a party to that conversation.
All right, please hold. I'm going to have a discussion with the three of us in a breakout.
Okay, cool beans.
Position 6, excuse me, not position 6. Let me see. Have I addressed all private counsel on the Zoom?
Judge, I was here on
Yes.
Andre Webb. Yes, he was on the call. His audio is not really working. Is there any way I could do a breakout room while he fixes that to speak with the state?
Yes, and could you remind me, this is position 21, right?
Yeah, I believe it was 21.
Yeah. And Ms. Githier, that's with you as well?
Yes, Your Honor, all of these are mine.
Okay.
That would slow things down.
All right, so Mr. Carnell is going to speak with Ms. Githier, then Mr. Crail Lewis, and then Ms. Donnelly. And no other private counsel? All right. Mr. Korn, which cases do you have?
All right. I have 2 cases on the calendar. Number 4 is Ashley Hutchinson. This case is just under 7 years old. I have not been able to get a hold of her. When she was transferred to the division, I have the information to this division now. The information I got was extremely limited. And the obviously has a phone number that I left a message at, but I don't know if it's hers or not.
Ms. Gutierrez, is the state still insisting on moving forward with this case? Are you on mute, Ms. Gutierrez?
I'm sorry, I was on mute. Yes, Your Honor, we are going
All right.
forward.
I will take this matter up. Well, she's not showing up. I'm gonna, what's the state seeking?
Well, really.
What possession was that again, Your Honor? I'm sorry.
Four? Position
Number 4, Ms. Hutchinson.
Yes, it was 12 months to serve.
No, she's MIA. Even her attorney can't find her.
It's a 7-year-old case. Well, 7 in August.
But this is battery, it's the family, victim. The victim is her husband.
What's the state wanting to do?
It's 12, but we're gonna 12 months to serve 12 days. Credit
No,
for
Ms.
the-
Gutierrez, we're not
I'm
interested in the plea offer.
Okay.
It's a 7-year-old case.
Mhm.
Defense counsel cannot find his client. The client is MIA. We don't have updated contact information.
My apologies, Your Honor. The state requests a bench warrant. We are gonna, yeah, we're not gonna dismiss that case.
$500 surety bond on a bench warrant. What's your other case, Mr. Korn?
Yes, Your Honor, I have Mr. Wheeler, Alexis Wheeler. Looking to see where he is on the calendar. I'm sure it's
Position 22.
towards the end. And he is on. Make sure I can find him. Yes.
He's on the Zoom.
His video is on, Mr. Wheeler. You can turn your sound, you can take yourself off mute. I have, the state conveyed a plea offer to me last night, and I've conveyed that to Mr. Wheeler in the chat and through email, but I haven't had a chance to discuss with him. If I could go into a breakout room with them, probably wouldn't interrupt the court too much for me to do that. I can take it outside.
So you need to speak with the state on Mr. Wheeler?
Not the state. I already have I need to talk with Mr. Wheeler.
It's Mr. Wheeler, okay. You probably have to step outside or
I
on your
can do that.
laptop. Yeah, and then we will play.
Unplugged.
Are you logged in?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are, okay. Okay, I got it. All right. So, any other cases, Mr. Korn?
That's it.
Okay, Mr. Glanville, if you could place Lawrence Korn and Alexis, it says Alexis Wheeler, is that correct?
That's my.
It's
client.
done. It's done.
And they both need to be in a breakout. Thank you, sir. Okay. All right, are there any other private counsel? No, okay, the rest of it's going to go. Ma'am, are you a defendant?
No, Your Honor, I'm an interpreter assigned to a case today.
What's the defendant's
His
name?
name is Carlos Portillo Melgar.
Repeat the last name.
Portillo, something his last name is Melgar.
Portillo?
Portillo Melgar. Have the case number. 21 CR 000-265.
All right, if you can get with Miss Redden or Miss Smith, I don't see it on the calendar. Maybe I'm just completely missing it. So I want to be sure you have the right calendar. Okay.
Who do I need to see?
If you come around, yeah. If you have a seat, where do you want to be seated, Miss Redden?
She can have a seat.
All right, the bench right here on the side. Miss Redden will be with you. Thank you. Yes, and your name, please?
Red, R-E-D-D.
Repeat that last name.
Red, R-E-D-D.
13, thank you. 15. Mr. Kobia Red, this is 18 CR 010490F. This is by shoplifting matter. Who's your attorney?
I applied for a public defender, but I haven't heard anything back.
When did you apply?
Back in 2019, I believe.
Did you renew your application?
I was not told that I
Put
had.
your hands down.
I was not told that I had to renew my application. Also, I'm on a couple other cases, so that's probably still on that third.
Mr. Red is present in the courtroom. Ms. Helen, do you know the Public Defender's Office represents him?
Judge, which position? I apologize.
Position 15.
No, Judge, I haven't received an application or a phone call from a Mr. Red, but Judge, we can qualify him today to see if he qualifies for our services.
Yes, Mr.
Hello?
Red, please have a seat. Please have a seat.
If he
Hello.
could put his phone number in the chat, I'll call him at the end of the call of the calendar, Judge.
What's your phone number, Mr. Red?
617
617
792
792
4889.
4889.
Thank you, Judge.
Ms. Catrice Helen is going to call you to pre-qualify you for the Public Defender's Office. All right?
Hello?
Just one second. Folks, if you need to be addressed by the court, I need your video on and your audio on mute, please. All right, Mr. Jarzmik,
Yes, Your Honor.
all right, your client is Veneer Paz, PAC. All right, Mr. Paz is present. Mr. Paz, if you please unmute. All right, and
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Githia, you're the prosecutor in this matter, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
This is State versus Veneer Paz, PAC, case number 21 CR 0000726F. Mr. Paz was originally accused of battery, domestic violence, and public drunkenness. He has been advised of his right to remain silent, and his attorney is Mr. Jarzmak. Mr. Jarzmak, this is a negotiated plea.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Paz, if you please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm that the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Githia, what's the plea offer for this gentleman?
It is for both counts, 12 months to serve 2 days, credit for time served 2 days, balance probated, a family violence intervention program, alcohol drug evaluation and any required treatment, 40 hours of community service, no further violent contact with the victim, Yesenia Valerina Ramirez.
Mr. Jarzmak, does your client agree to these terms, and do you stipulate to the factual basis, venue, and ID?
Yes, Your Honor. My client wants to resolve the case today. He has enrolled in the family violence intervention course and is currently working on completing that.
Okay, that's good. Mr. Paz, have you consumed any medication or alcohol recently?
No, ma'am.
And have you understood the proceedings so far?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with your attorney's services?
Yes, ma'am.
Is anyone forcing you or inducing you to take a plea today?
No, ma'am.
And has your attorney explained to you and gone over your waiver of rights, which includes the right to a trial before a judge or a jury, to confront your accuser, examine witnesses, challenge the state's evidence, be prepared to offer your own defenses if you choose to do so, and have the state try to prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt? Are you prepared to waive these rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Has it been explained to you also that entering such a plea will be on your criminal history record? And if
Yes,
you
ma'am.
ever get arrested for a same or similar offense, that it could, the subsequent offense could automatically be a felony charge?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you entering this plea willingly, knowingly, and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you plead to one count of battery, domestic violence, and public drunkenness?
I plead guilty.
Accept your guilty plea. Your sentence will be concurrent for both charges. It's 12 months to serve 2 days, credit for time served 2 days. The remainder of the time will be placed on probation. You will report to the probation office next Thursday at 132 Mitchell Street in downtown Atlanta. While you're on probation, as you've already started the domestic violence intervention program, please make sure that you provide your probation officer with the information of where you're taking those classes and how many classes you have left to complete. Understood?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
While you're on probation, you will also complete 40 hours of voluntary community service at any nonprofit agency. At all times while you're on probation, you're to have no violent contact with Yesenia Valeriano Ramirez.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions, Mr.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Actually, I live in Hall County. Is there any way I could get my case transferred or make my probation or maybe at least do my community service down here? Because, I mean, it's about an hour and a half away. I'm not sure how we could work that out, if there's any way.
You have to work it out with your probation officer. And if they find a reciprocal office in Hall County with whom they communicate, then that's fine. Otherwise, you'll have to make the drive once a month.
Yes,
Not
ma'am.
every day, it's just once a month.
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
Mr.
Your
Joshua?
Honor-
Yes, sir.
Last thing, if the court would consider putting in the sentence that if probation agrees that he may report by mail or phone, if agreed to by probation.
No, it's going to be once a month in person. Otherwise, it's in Hall County if they set it up.
All right.
All right. Anything else?
No, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Joshua, thank you very much. You all are free to go. It's best if it would be best if Mr. has completed the probation form. Have you done that, sir?
No, ma'am.
We have not.
Okay. If you want to put your email in the chat, Attorney Jarsmek and Mr. Paz, Essence Smith, you'll see her listed as a participant,
Okay.
and she will send you the probation form. We should already have a pre-filled form, but you might want to go over the information and correct anything. At the top of the form is the probation officer's address and phone number.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Okay. Let me see. I am Mr. Andrew Tolliver, who is your attorney?
I don't have an attorney. The last time we spoke was you told me to present my license and we would go from there. So I have my license here today.
And I didn't ask you to bring an attorney?
No, man, I don't recall you having me to bring an attorney. I don't think you said was to
Where are you located right now?
I'm at work. I'm in Atlanta.
You had a failure to appear back in May 24th, 2021. And this case,
my lawyer had the lawyer that I had at the time, she said she talked to y'all about that because I was currently incarcerated and I had just been released from jail February the 16th.
Where is your lawyer now? And who is it?
My lawyer is Karen Paz.
Spell the last name.
P-A-S.
P-A-X-Z?
P-A-S.
P-A-S.
Two S.
P-A-S-S. All right. And does she know of this hearing?
I have no idea. I haven't talked to her because I was just waiting on someone to send me an email. I never got no email the last time we talked, and I just got a letter in the mail. So it just told me to report to the Zoom. And I remember the last time we talked that you said to have
I want you to call your attorney right now and give her the Zoom link, and she needs to appear via Zoom. Otherwise, we'll invite you to surrender yourself at the jail. Understood?
I'm trying to understand why though, because
I need to speak to your attorney.
All right, let me try to get in touch with her.
Thank you. Is there anyone on? I need to put the attorneys in a breakout room with Ms. Githia, so let me see. I have someone called Motorola Motoji. I have no idea who you are. What's your name? What is your name? Okay. Zoom user, what is your name?
He's frozen.
All right.
Should we maybe just go down the calendar?
He's not frozen. I don't think he can hear.
Okay. Mr. Glanville, we probably have to send a chat to Mr. Motorola and Mr. Zoom user that we called them and they've not responded. And in the meantime, we'll go ahead and put Ms. Githia in a breakout room. Ms. Githia, your first position is going to be with Mr. Carnell, Jason Carnell.
And Judge, you're going in breakout room with Ms. Githia and I, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. All right, Mr. Motorola, can you hear me? The gentleman wearing glasses.
Yes, Andre, I hear
All
you.
right, what is your name? We've been trying
Andre
to call
Webb.
you. What?
Andre Webb.
Judge, that's mine. Andre Webb, position 21.
Okay. And that is going in for a breakout. So, all right, good. Now we got. And the individual who's called Zoom user, what's your name?
Andre
He
Webb.
works, no, Mr. Webb, mute your screen.
Huh?
Mute your screen.
Okay.
The gentleman who works
Marta
for,
uniform on.
yeah, the gentleman who works for Marta in the white shirt, unmute your screen.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but now I can't see you. Okay, what is your name?
Sorry, I apologize. I'm Ray Henderson.
Ray Henderson.
And I'm supposed to be represented by Thomas Mondelli, who's in a case in Troup County, a felony
Position
case.
2, Judge.
All right, thank you, Ms. Helen.
Judge. It's Mr. Tolliver.
Please be quiet. I don't have a notice of conflict filed by Mr. Mondelli. All right, Mr. Henderson.
Yes, you are.
Please tell your attorney that your case is going to be scheduled for a jury trial. We're
Okay.
going to issue a case management order. Make sure your address and contact information are all correct. And
Yes.
we will send you notice of when to come back to court in person for a jury trial.
Okay, is there any kind I can speak with the solicitor, Your Honor?
Not
Since
without
this-
your attorney present.
Okay. 'Cause
Unless
this-
you want, unless you're gonna waive your right to counsel, but not without your attorney. Mr. Mondelli will be very upset with you.
Okay.
All right, please let him know that your case is scheduled for trial and a case management order will issue.
On what date again?
We don't have a date, but just
Okay.
make sure that your address is current with us at all times. Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
You're free to
Thank
go.
you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, I'm just waiting on Ms. Githia to step outside and, all right, Mr. Tolliver, yes, what's your question?
I just text Miss Paris. She says she's in court right now, and I'm just trying to figure out what else can be done. Like, because I remember the last time we spoke, you just told me to make sure I have my license, and that's what I did. So I don't know what's going on.
Mr. Tolliver, I need your attorney present.
Okay, I just text her. She says, well, her representative says she's in court today.
All
So
right, please she can appear via Zoom.
Can she do what?
She'll appear via Zoom. Tell the office, give them the Zoom link, and she needs to appear via Zoom, even if it's for a few minutes. I'm gonna be here all afternoon, so I can wait.
Okay, so I'm gonna send the text right over. Hold on.
Very good. Please mute your screen and we'll be with you shortly. Thank you. Do not leave the Zoom. Mr. Webb, please mute your screen.
Yes.
All right. And Mr. Korn, did you have, and then did you want to wait for Ms. Githia to make your announcement?
We can just set that for trial, Judge, on Mr. Wheeler, who is number 22 on your calendar.
All right,
We're not going to accept the offer this time.
all right. Mr. Alexis Wheeler is there. Okay, this is going to be set for a jury trial. Or did y'all want a bench trial?
Jury trial, fine.
Okay. Case management is to issue and Mr. Wheeler, please make sure that your address is current with us at all times and that when you are summoned for trial, you must appear in court in person. There's no longer Zoom after this date.
Okay, no problem.
All right, you're free to go. Thank you. Was that your only other case, Mr. Paul?
I'm sorry?
Was that your only other case?
That was, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, I was in a breakout room, so I don't know what you just.
Oh, never mind. I was just going to, no, I was just position 22 is going to be rescheduled for a jury trial. I was going to let you know as soon as you came out.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm. And a case management order to issue. Thank you. All right, Mr. Carnell and Ms. Githia, anything to report on position 20?
Sure, Judge. An offer's been made. We'll convey it to the client. In the meantime, we'll announce ready for trial. And I guess we'll get a case management order from your office.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Okay. Please make sure your client and you maintain current contact with us and we will send you notice. From this point onwards, it's always in-person proceedings.
Understood, Judge. That's all I have before the court today. May we be excused?
Yes, sir. Have a good day. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mr. Glanville, could you put Mr. Crail Lewis, myself, and Ms. Githia in the breakout, please? Or you can give me a. Ms. Githia, you would have need to return to your breakout.
Okay, it hasn't popped up yet.
Or you just go back into the same breakout room.
I get a notification. I didn't get a notification or anything. But once I exit out, it doesn't allow me to get back in.
Mr. Webb, I'm gonna keep you muted while the judge is not present. So don't unmute if you don't mind.
Unmute.
Don't unmute.
Okay. Good.
Mr. Glanville, could you please place Ms. Donalick, who represents Mr. Webb? Could you place her in the breakout room with Ms. Githia? And yeah, Ms. Donalick, please request Mr. Lewis to leave the breakout once you get in there. Because otherwise,
Yes,
we
ma'am.
don't want to hang around and talk to you.
Gotcha.
All right, folks, I am going to be in recess until we get information about the status of these cases that we are presently addressing.
Judge, I just wanted to let you know, this is number 15 on the calendar, Cobia Red. He did not qualify for our services, but he would like to get the plea offer and see if that's something he can.
All right, Mr. Red, I can only address your case once my prosecutor is available. She is presently talking to other attorneys, okay?
I just want to let you know he's here.
Appreciate it.
Hello again, Judge. Me and my clients and I both be excused.
Yes, Mr. Lewis, have a great week. I'll see you later.
Yes, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Mr. Tolliver.
Yes.
Go ahead, Ms. Reagan.
Mr. Tolliver, Mr.
Yeah.
Tolliver, check your
Yes.
chat. Check your chat.
Hold on. Hold on. I just talked to her, right? And she's saying that she's not able to represent me on this. So I don't know what to do. Like, from my understanding, when I talked to the judge last time, she said they was gonna send me something in the email to send my driver's license. I never got the email. I only got the mail to report the Zoom today. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I'm lost.
Mr. Tolliver, I can't speak with you unless your attorney is present. And number two, for what earthly reason would I need your driver's license, considering the nature of the charges brought against you? I have absolutely no idea why I would need your driver's license. So I need your attorney present so she can explain to me why I requested your driver's license for the kind of charges that have been brought against you. So it would be in your greatest benefit if your attorney shows up, because otherwise I'm going to require you to come down to the courthouse right now. Do you understand me?
I'm saying what
Do you understand me?
I understand you, but I'm trying to figure out what case it is, man. I'm finna give her your number. I'm finna give her you guys her number right now and her name. But I'm trying to figure out what case it is though. Like,
You are charged with theft by shoplifting and carrying a weapon without a valid license.
what?
Are you Andrew Cornelius Tolliver?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the charge. Gotta get your attorney.
I'm finna give you her number right now.
Because I think that's the first time it's been in the scores.
628.
Yes. Mr. Mondelli, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Judge.
All right. I told your client that we're going to go ahead and reset his case for trial and a case management order will issue.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Anything else, sir?
No, Your Honor, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Good day.
Ms. Donalek, Ms. Githia, anything to report?
Yes, Judge, we're gonna just request this be put on a trial calendar. She's gonna check if there's any videos. She'll get that sent to me. But at this point, we'll be ready for trial.
Okay.
And we waived arraignment back in 2021.
Perfect. All right. So this Andrea Webb is going to be reset for a jury trial. A case management order will issue and we'll see you then. And from now on, it's only in person. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Have a good one.
You too. Thank you. Mr. Webb, you are free to go. All right. Ms. Githia, we have one other case, Mr. Red, which is position 15. Mr. Red, if you please stand up, come around to the podium right here. All right, Mr. Korea Red, you are accused of theft by shoplifting from August 2018. This case has been on the calendar multiple times, especially in 2021. You do not qualify for the services of the Public Defender's Office, so it would be your responsibility to make sure you retain counsel. Otherwise, if you choose to waive your right to counsel and represent yourself, you are responsible for all legal decisions and how it impacts your situation.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Githia, do you have an offer from Mr. Red?
Yes, Your Honor. It's 12 months to serve 2 days, credit for time served 2 days, balance suspended, case will close out today.
I'll take that.
All right. If you have a seat, Ms. Githia will prepare the documents, send it to us for you to review and sign, and then we'll do the plea hearing very shortly.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Ms. Githia, at your well, not at your convenience, but as soon as possible, could you please send the documents to Ms. Essen Smith? And we will also generate the waiver of counsel document.
Thank you.
Thank you. Just FYI, do you have a plea offer for Mr. Andrew Tolliver, who's accused of theft by shoplifting and carrying a weapon without a valid license?
Yes, it is 12 months to serve 120 days. The balance is probated. Stay away from Food Depot, 80 West Broad Street in Fairburn. Forfeit firearm, no weapons, firearm safety class, and a theft prevention class. And that is on both counts.
Excuse me, Judge. It won't let me send the number. I'm trying to send y'all her number. It won't let me send it.
I'm sorry?
It won't let me send the number of my lawyer. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to
Please,
send
please
it.
just read it out. Read it out for the court, please.
678. No, it's 404-875-6282.
Miss Helen, is that directed at you?
It's directed at me, Judge.
Oh, Miss Redden. Okay. Okay, thank you. We'll be in recess until we are ready to take up Mr. Tolliver's case and Mr. Red's case. Ms. Githia, while we are waiting, I can go over the rest of the calendar.
Okay, I can do that really quick.
Mr. Stone and Miss Helen who are available. Okay, on the Orca A status calendar, position 1, Anthony Caldwell is still detained at the Fulton County Jail. The case is reset for May 4th at 9 a.m. on the show cause calendar. Position 2, Al Olemi is reset May 4th, 2023 for the status calendar. Position 3, Lydia Kita is reset for trial, case management order to issue. On the Orca B status calendar, position 1, Givens is reset. Mr. Christopher Tolles is filed a leave of absence. So this is going to be reset on May 4th at 9 a.m. Excuse me, at the 1:30 p.m. status calendar. Position 2 is reset for jury trial, case management order to issue. Position 3 is reset for jury trial, case management order to issue. Position 4, a bench warrant is to issue a $500 surety. Position 5 is reset for a jury trial, case management order to issue. But pending that, we're going to address motions on June 15th at 9 a.m. Position 6, Marquis King. Marquis King.
The state requests a bench warrant, Your Honor.
Bench warrant granted, $500 surety
Ms.
bond.
Johnson, do you want to speak?
Yes, Your Honor. Hi, I'm Samantha Johnson. I'm in-house counsel for Grady and represent the victim in this case. Mr. King is unfortunately a high utilizer of our services and has been known to be violent and assaultive with our staff. So if a bench warrant is being issued, if we could please get a copy of that I can provide to my public safety department, that's important for us to know.
All right. I'm good. If you can put your email to Essence Smith.
Yes,
and
Your
she's
Honor.
one of the participants on the Zoom.
I will do that. Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
She's our litigation manager, and as soon as the bench warrant has been signed and available, Miss Smith, do you want to reach out to Miss Johnson and give her your email?
Sure, I can send her an email.
I'm sending a chat right now, Your Honor.
All right. She will respond to you in the chat, and that way you both can communicate to get a copy of the bench warrant. The case number is 20 CR 005423F, just for reference.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it. May I be excused?
Yes. Has he appeared in the last, since March of, no, actually since February of 2023?
My review of the record shows that, yes, we have seen him in those times.
All right. Okay. That's all we can do right now. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
Take care. Rakeem Knight, Rakeem Knight.
Your Honor, he failed to appear August 28th, 2018. The state requests a bench warrant.
Bench warrant to issue, $500 surety. Davis Lindsay or Lindsay, Davis Lake Lindsay. I have Michael Hawkins representing him. Do we have a leave of absence?
I have in my notes there was a leave of absence.
It's leave of absence reset for May 4th at 1:30 PM on a status.
Okay, May 4th, 1:30 PM status calendar. Kaz Lynn, Kaz, C-A-Z-Z, I think we just addressed that, did we? No.
Your Honor, Mr. Lynn failed to appear September 20th, 2021. The state requests a bench warrant.
Bench warrant to issue a $500 surety bond. Thomas Oluet is reset to May 4th at 1:30 PM status calendar. That's position 10. Destiny Parker. Destiny Parker.
On her first case, Your Honor, she failed to appear July 8th, 2022, and again, September 2nd, 2022. The state requests a bench warrant.
Granted, $500 surety bond on both matters.
Okay, and I will say that I'm not showing any records of a failure to appear for the second case, but the state still requests a bench warrant.
Okay, bench warrants issued in both cases. Position 13, Vanier Paz was a plea. Position 14 is reset for a jury trial case management order to issue. Position 15, Mr. Red will be taking a plea. We're just waiting on the paperwork. Patient 16, Naya Anderson has been arraigned and reset for a jury trial case management order to issue. Miss Richardson, Miss Githia, if you can speak with Mr. Brandon Thomas and see whether they want to move forward with the plea, maybe we can put it on an earlier calendar.
With Naya Richardson, okay.
All right. Position 17, Talani Robinson. Talani Robinson.
The state hearing no response. The state requests a bench warrant.
This will be a $1,500 surety bond. Mr. Manmohan Sani is reset for a jury trial, a case management order to issue. Pending the jury trial, we are going to be having a motions hearing on June 15th at 9 AM. In person. Position 19, we are holding on Miss Karen Pass. Position 20, Jason Carnell, Joshua Turner, represented by Mr. Carnell. That's reset for a jury trial, case management order to issue. Same announcement for position 21, Andrea Webb with Ms. Reset for jury trial. Same announcement for position 22, Alexis Wheeler, reset for a jury trial. Position 23, Christopher Williams. Christopher Williams.
Hearing no response, Mr. Williams failed to appear April 14th, 2021. The state requests a bench warrant.
Granted, $500 surety bond. Antoine Wright.
That was null pros, Your Honor, and that was emailed to the litigation manager March 22nd.
All right. All right, the only other matter we are waiting on to address is Mr. Tolliver. So Ms. Redden, any progress?
And yes, Judge, I have sent Ms. Pass the Zoom link. However, she is currently on another Zoom. Her office does state that they represent Mr. Tolliver in another case, not this particular case. If she's able to join, she will. However, she is in court presently on Zoom.
All right. Mr. Tolliver?
Yes.
The information we got from your attorney's office is that she represents you in a separate case, not this particular one.
Okay.
Did you want to hire her for this one as well?
I need to talk to her because I don't know what's going on. Like, this is my first time even hearing about this case. Like,
Now, listen very carefully. I do not need your driver's license. I don't know why I would need it for these kind of charges. I need you to appear in person with your attorney in courtroom G33 on May 4th at, let me see, this was at 1:30 p.m. for a status calendar.
All right.
Did you receive the plea offer from the prosecutor? Are you interested in listening to that again?
I heard what she said. Can she tell me again though?
On the charges is 12 months to serve 120 days. I don't know how many days you served in jail for this case. Let me see. You didn't have any jail time you weren't booked in for this case. This must have been on accusation. August 8th, 2019. He's got other cases to worry about. Okay. All right, Mr. Tolliver, you're going to show up in court on May 4th. And I'm going to make it at 9 a.m. for a final plea calendar or a show cause calendar. And make sure your attorney is present with you in person. Do you understand, sir?
Yeah, ma'am.
And again, I do not need your driver's license. I need your attorney to let me know how they want to proceed. What the state is asking is that you serve 120 days in jail. After serving 120 days, you'll be placed on probation. You need to stay away from the food depot. You need to do a firearm safety case and also do an anti-theft by shoplifting class. And you're not allowed to own any weapons or any firearms. We will see you on May 4th. Thank you. I believe we're just going to wait on the paperwork for Mr. Red. Ms. Githier, as soon as you send it, we're good to go.
I just sent it.
Okay. Okay, please hold until we are ready to address it, okay?
Okay.
Ms. Githea, we're ready to address position number 15. All right. This is State versus Corbia Red, case number 18 CR 010490F. Mr. Red was accused of theft by shoplifting on August 13, 2018 in Fulton County, Georgia. Mr. Red is present in the courtroom. He's appearing pro se. He's been advised of his right to remain silent, and he has signed the document with regards to waiver of right to counsel. Mr. Red, with regards to this document, have you read through the information?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that you are responsible for any legal decision that you make and how it impacts your particular situation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I find that he has knowingly, voluntarily, and freely waived his right to counsel. This is going to be a negotiated plea hearing. So what that means, Mr. Red, is the state's going to give me the recommended sentence. And if you agree with the recommendation, I'll ask you some questions before I ask you, how do you plead?
Yes, ma'am.
For purposes of this plea, may I place you under oath? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Ms. Githea, have a good day, Mr. Corn.
Thank you, Judge. You enjoy your afternoon as well. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Okay. Yes, Ms. Githea, please.
Yes, Your Honor, for the theft by shoplifting, the offer is 12 months to serve 2 days, credit for time served 2 days. The balance is suspended and the case will be closed out today.
All right. Mr. Red, do you agree that the factual basis for this particular charge, the identification of the defendant, that is you, and that the venue, that is Fulton County, Georgia, are all true and correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
And do you agree to these terms?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you consumed any medication or alcohol recently?
No, ma'am.
And so far, you've been able to understand what's been going on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And are you entering this plea freely, knowingly, and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
And you've read through this document, which lists all the rights that you would have to give up in order to enter this plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any question about these rights?
No, ma'am.
How do you plead to one count of theft by shoplifting?
Guilty.
Your sentence is 12 months to serve 2 days, credit for time served 2 days, balance suspended. Essentially is what we call a time served plea. And as this is a guilty plea to a theft by shoplifting, just be cautioned that if you have 3 or more, if you have at least 3 shoplifting convictions on your record, a 4th one will automatically be a felony charge.
Yes, ma'am.
So please make sure this is the one and last time.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you have any questions, sir?
No, ma'am.
Thank you very much for being here. You're free to go.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Githea, I think that concludes the court for today. I'll see you all tomorrow morning.
All right, have a good afternoon.
You too. Thank you.